Okay, let's do your energy check-in. All right, I had to get some water. All right, the energy has been a lot of things. It's been all over the place, I would say. It's kind of hard to even give it one specific energy because it's been like this. It's been high, it's been low, it's been frustrating, it's been enlightening, it's been emotional. It's been a lot of things. But the one thing that it has been, which is pretty consistent throughout, is that it's been getting you back to center. Every time, it's like you always keep coming back to what resonates with you, what feels good within you, what makes you feel like you're complete, right? So it definitely feels like you're acknowledging that you've gotten into the flow of yourself, like you really understand what it is that you what you're reaching for. Okay, so that's what the energy feels like. It does feel like okay, it does feel like there's a lot of growth that's happening, but there's also a lot of release. And that might be what it is that feels kind of unsettling. Okay. What do we have here? We have all that glitters. Truth be told. Never-ending story. And one leg up, or a leg up. Okay. All right. Well, let's see. How can I put this in the best way possible? But I'm going to start this off because I feel like this is this is a frank energy, one of those energies where it kind of goes along the terms of it is what it is. This is having that real, raw, honest conversation with self, right? So it feels like an energy of well, if you thought your shit didn't stink, it does, right? Like, roses really smell like boo-boo. Okay, all that glitters. This is a card that cautions about, you know, over romanticizing the good things, right? Like really thinking, highlighting only the good and good stuff and not really focusing on the bad, which is not bad if the good is outweighing the bad, I suppose, in a sense. But in other words, all I'm saying is that you're looking at the small couple of good attributes and you're ignoring the many bad ones that need some attention. You thought that everything was hunky-dory or whatever, and it's not. It's all been a facade. Something I feel like you're realizing is cubic zirconia and not real diamond, right? It just doesn't feel that way. It's all because something's been let out of the bag. There's been an honest, raw conversation. Like I said, a very open, heart-to-heart conversation where you realize that there are some things that need to be fixed. Again, that's that energy of it's been up, it's been down, it's been in your face, but it's been nurturing. It's been a little bit of everything, but it continuously makes you come back to yourself, time and time and time again. You're not going to be able to run away from these emotions. You're not going to be able to run away from these feelings. You're not going to be able to escape like you used to. You're not going to be able to hide from these things. And it's good because you're not really looking to hide from them anyway. And the great thing about you not looking to be hiding from them or running away from them is because you have a leg up in the whole situation. You know that there's extra help there. It's like I said, you've been enlightened, frustrated, let down, surprised. You've been everything, it feels like, in these last couple of weeks. So this energy is very I don't know, I don't want to say it's all over the place, but it's kind of all over the place. Let's break it down and get a little more clarification on some things. All right, tell me why all that glitters is here. Card number 16. This is also a change in perspective of what you see as being beautiful, magical. What do you see as being wealthy? What what people in your life are truly worth holding on to, and which ones are, you know, worth letting go because you see that they're fake. Okay, so I see the Ten of Cups and the Queen of Swords along with the Death. Okay, all that glitters. You realize that, good grief, this energy, this Queen of Swords energy, this air energy has been really strong. I've been seeing a lot of Libra energy, air and fire type of energy, as well as Sagittarius, Pisces too. Anyways, Death, Scorpio, Queen of Swords, and the Ten of Cups. I actually feel like this is you kind of really cutting to the chase of what it is. You're going to cut out anything and everything that does not bring you this. You're going to keep going back because you now understand everything that looks pretty or looks good ain't always good for you, right? Everybody, I think, has heard that. So it's that. It's like, you know that for sure now. And now you're making sure that you do the actions to cut out anything that's going to keep you from getting to what really glows for you. You're being very honest. Again, here's that truth be told. So I feel like there's a lot of communication that's coming out. You're being very honest about what it is that you want. You're speaking your manifestations into existence. You're speaking your truth. You're standing up for what you want. Coming off as very intelligent, very sharp-witted, very fair. Okay, not this Queen of Swords is not in that bitter, snappy, cut your head off energy. And if she does, she's either one, knows that she's in that energy and she purposely means to be there, or she'll correct herself and come back around. But really, at the end of the day, this Queen of Swords is here because she's the one that's just like the Scorpio, this Libra, Scorpion, or air Scorpio energy I have here. I know Scorpio's not an air energy, but those are the two that I see here. So air and Scorpio energy. She's the one that's kind of like, look here, I'm trying to go and get X, Y, and Z, and so you're going to be taking too long, so you can't ride with me. And she means it. She means it, but she's super sweet. She may not said it like that, but she may have said exactly how I said it. But point being is that, you know, she's not really trying to be a nasty type of person. She's just really about what she's about. Like, I don't have time to be lollygagging around with some things. I need to go and do what I got to do. And you seem like you're going to hinder me. And I really don't have a lot of room and space for that right now. So can you find another way to get there? You know, however, whatever. But she's doing what she needs to do to get in alignment with what it is that she's creating for herself, right? And it's beautiful. It's nothing wrong with that. She's willing to let some things go. She's realizing that some things have to die because she's ready to be reborn. She's ready to go into her purpose, her good life. See her Seven of Pentacles. She's ready to reap her harvest. Okay, and I say she because it's this Queen of Swords energy, but you know, he, she, we're just talking about the energy that the Queen of Swords possesses. So this can be a man possessing this type of energy as well. Okay, one more for all that glitters, please. Ready to reap your harvest. You're ready to go get what's yours. That's really what it is. Oh, see? Oh, there's that air energy again. That's the Empress that flew out along with the Four of Swords. Yeah, see? You've thought long and hard about it. You're wanting your stability. You want to be secure. You know what you need to do. Just like this Queen of Swords, you done laid up there and made your plans and said, hey, I'm making my plans. Okay, let me get my butt up because tomorrow I got to get up and cut out whatever it is that I need to cut out of my life. I need to end whatever needs to be ended in my life so that I can go ahead and start reaping my harvest so I can get my benefits because I have worked hard. I've made my plans and now I am sinking into my wealth, my abundance. And that doesn't just mean like financially. It just means you're feeling more creative, you're feeling more prosperous, you're feeling more beautiful, you're feeling more wiser, smarter. You're just rocking this Empress. You're feeling more in charge, you're feeling more balanced, you're feeling more nurturing, you're just feeling and understanding and a lot. You're really balanced in that. You're smart and logical and able to be just as fierce as a masculine energy, but you have the essence of feminine that leaks from you. Like this Empress energy cannot be ignored, as well as this Queen of Swords. Just two very, very balanced, wise women, like very much a lot of good air energy. Queen of Swords is very good, like the Queen of Wands. Now the Queen of Wands, she is full speed ahead. The Queen of Swords, I would say, would be a little bit slower in a sense. Even though she's air, I think she's just a little bit slower because she takes time to think about the steps, right? The Queen of Swords and the Queen of Pentacles probably would be around, they match up pretty good for me, right? That's what I feel like this is this Queen of Swords Pentacle type of energy. You're taking the time to review the contracts, do the paperwork, you're taking the time to do the tedious steps that needs to be done so that you can move forward. You're taking the time to build things now so that they don't have to be built in a rush later. So for instance, if you are thinking about doing something, you're going ahead and doing all the steps, even though you may not have a full idea of what's going on. You still created something you still already started something. So when you get to that point, all of that work is already done. So you're kind of thinking ahead of the game. It's really good energy. The Empress here really just knows how to make things work, right? She just knows how to navigate things. And she does it all from a very good, loving space. Okay? Wow. I'm only 11 minutes in. Let's get on to it. So card number 14 with Truth Be Told. Tell me why Truth Be Told is here. Eight of Swords. Ace of Swords. Strength. Okay. So some of these truths are going to be hard to hear. Some of these truths are not going to be what you want to hear. Some of these truths you've been ignoring for a long time. Some of these truths you have been holding on to for a long time. Some of these truths are going to require you to be strong in how you say them. They're going to require you maybe to put a little bass in your voice. Maybe say it with your chest. It's going to be, some of these truths are going to break you out of these belief patterns, right? They're going to shatter some of your thought structures. It's going to cause some of your arguments to fail, right? And what I mean by that is you usually tell yourself, I do this because, or I do this. And then when really one day you're going to say why, and maybe in the past you might have had a reason, and it might have been a lame reason, but it was still your reasoning. But now you're kind of like, that's stupid. I'm not doing that anymore. But there's a sense of frustration that comes along with it because you're like, I did this all these years and people probably thought I was weird or rude or whatever, and I didn't have to. So it's kind of like you're realizing that you have a lot of unnecessary habits, maybe unnecessary truths, unnecessary beliefs, systems, whatever, that you realize now just ain't gonna cut it anymore. And you're going to break free from that. You're like, I'm dead in that. I ain't gonna listen to that. I'm not doing that anymore. I'm not going along that path. And because it's the path of least that's walked the least, you're going to hit a lot of resistance, right? You're going to need a lot of strength, because when you're telling the truth, sometimes you're judged even more harshly, right? So when you start speaking the truth, my daughter was saying something the other day, but when you start speaking the truth, and you're checking somebody else, you better be prepared to get checked yourself, right? And that's okay, as long as you're open for that. Because my other friend was just talking about this the other day, is that you won't even consider it being checked. You'll be able to sit back and say, I heard you. You said it aggressively as hell. You said it as rude as hell. You said it as spiteful as hell. But I heard you done the same, and I'm still going to take that information and I'm going to learn from it. So you didn't check me. You just enlightened me to another skill that I need to work on so that I can be even more great. Okay? So definitely the truth being told. This is coming straight from the heart. You're really taking the time to listen to what somebody says, and you, instead of immediately jumping into certain type of emotions or feelings or conclusions, you're stopping and you're saying, is there truth in that? Is there validity in that? How does that make me feel? And all of those questions can come really, really fast, and you can come to a consensus. And if they don't come that fast, if an answer doesn't come that fast, this is where you now are realizing you can say, hey, I need a minute to answer that. Let me think about that before I answer it. I mean, that is a completely legit thing to say. There's like, it's a legit thing to say. You need a moment to think about it. And then just take that moment and think. If you don't know, then you don't know. And that's it. But you're really, really walking in your truth. You are not letting a lot of things bother you. You're cutting through that. You're like, I'm stronger than this. For one, those are words. And words are powerful, but they are just that, words. And so when you curse me, or you put these nasty, ugly words on me, or you say these mean things to me, yes, they can hurt me, but I can turn right back around and use my very own words to strengthen myself. So while you may call me lazy, I can now say I am not lazy, for I am strong. I am a warrior. I get up every day. I take care of my body. I have tons of strength. You can then take some words and change them around. Your words can be more powerful than the other person's, right? So you have that strength. You're going to need to walk in a lot of strength. You're going to need to walk in a lot of wisdom, because what you're saying is going to be enlightening, but it's also going to be triggering for some people. Again, I'm seeing a lot of air energy here, a lot of swords coming out. Well, I shouldn't say a lot, but I'm feeling a lot of air energy here, a lot of it. Okay, anything else for the truth be told? Tell me about this. Give me some more for this truth be told. Anything else? Yeah. It's just basically the same thing of what I was saying, is that it's the six of wands, wheel of fortune, and the ace of wands, right? You want to move towards success by standing in your truth, walking in your truth, speaking your truth. It's going to cause the wheel to continue to turn. It always is turning. I guess maybe it's how fast it turns, right? But that wheel is going to continue to turn, and it's going to continue to bring in new things, new ideas, new passions, new desires, new people, all of those things coming in for you. Like it's a fresh new beginning. With the ace of swords, there's that air fire energy again. That ace of swords and the ace of wands, I mean, you are, like I said, you are talking the talk and walking the walk, right? We talked about doing what you say and saying what you mean. That's exactly what you're doing. It's really, really good. Let's talk about the never-ending story. So the never-ending story is card number 37, and which is 10. So I like to see that it's a closing of a cycle, right? Which is great because we see the death card here. So this is something that you continuously are, it's kind of like you've had a realization that how you spend your time is very important, and how you allow others to spend your time. You know, you're realizing that, like, I can either sit around and be woe is me, which is crazy because the Ten of Swords just popped out. She looks like woe is me. Or you can realize that you can spend your time and your words a lot more, in a lot more meaningful way. See, there's the Lovers. See, perfect example, right? The never-ending story. Love is a perfect example. You can look at your love experiences and say, all they do is bring me pain and heartache and just grief, and it takes a lot of work, and I don't know if I want to be bothered with that. Love is just, it is just, Oh, it was 1818 when I said that. I've not seen that time before. You're thinking, oh, love is all this hard work and all this hard emotions, and I just don't want to be bothered with that. That's all it ever brings. See the heart in there, and this is a timepiece or a hourglass. Time and time again, love brings me to this space of where I'm looking like this, where I'm feeling drug out, worn down, and beat down, right? That's how you can look at it. Or you can say, love does come with those heartaches, but each time I come out with a better lesson on how I need to be loved and how I can love someone else. Okay? Really, really strong perception shifts. Really, really strong thought process shifts is what I'm feeling like is occurring here, or that has occurred within you. It's really just the way that you're looking at situations and you're flipping them, so that you're not sitting in this state of, ugh. You're like, no, love is not bad. Love is good. And I feel like this is what you're telling. I know that these are the ropes when it comes to love, that you're going to have to experience a little bit of heartache, a little bit of grief. And so you know that. but you're no longer wanting to be by yourself. You don't want that. You would it's like you'd rather go through a little bit of heartache and stress to be on top and to be with someone. It's also good that you're allowing love to come in now because you've taken the time to be by yourself. You've taken that time to realize what it is, like I said, that you want in a relationship, or who you are. What's your truth? Where are you headed? What do you want? And so you don't look at love as this thing that's going to elude you, as something that you can't have. No, you don't look at it like that. And if you are, you're coming out of that. I feel like that's why there's a closing of the cycle. That piece of you or person who thought that way, it no longer exists that way. You don't feel that way. I feel like there's going to be a great love that comes in for you. Especially since I see a leg up, which is card number 34, which goes to a 7. I really feel like that's your guides really giving you a lot of help, as well as people. There's going to be some people out there who are going to be able to help you a lot. Lots of good offers coming forward. Okay, 7 of Swords. Give me one more. Give me one more. All right, so you feel like this feels like this is okay. Remember, we talked about this energy being a little bit enlightening, a little bit downheartening, it just going everywhere. Okay, this particular subject, in the subject of love, right? This is where you kind of have a stuck point. These other things, when it comes to career, when it comes to wealth, things like that you want to move, you're all on top of that. You're like, yeah, positivity. But when it comes to love, it's like, I gotta go through this dating. I gotta go put some hair on. I gotta go put some makeup on. I gotta go meet you. It's like you kind of have all these like, even though deep inside you don't feel like that at all. You want it, but you just like, you got to go get it. This is the one area that you feel a little bit, that I feel like you feel more reluctant in. And so because you're still a little reluctant, you still are making these lame excuses of why you don't want to move forward. Also, I feel like there's someone who stole your time. You also feel like sometimes you can get very wrapped up inside of love. You can love for the sake of it being love. You could feel like when you fall in love, you just kind of leave your projects to the wayside. You become unfocused and you no longer want to do that. So this particular energy here, or this cycle here, I think you're coming to an end with. I think that it's going to close out, and you're going to have a better attitude. Excuse me, sorry about that. You're going to have a better attitude about what's coming in. There could have been someone who came in and stole your time, stole your affections, and made you feel like you didn't really get anything out of it, I suppose. Or I wouldn't say you didn't get anything. You didn't walk away with the prize, or the person will say, right? So I think there's a concern about wasting your time again because, putting your time into it again because you felt like you did that. You thought you had love and it turned out to be something else that kind of you are a little bit sad about, okay? Let me move those over there for a second. Okay. Could be a Capricorn, Gemini. Okay, so I see Capricorn, Gemini, Leo, Libra, Scorpio. Okay. Could be Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, because I see the Empress. I see the Gemini here also for the Lover's card. All right, let's get this closed down and go into one leg up, or a leg up. Tell me why a leg up is here. Tell me why a leg up is here. The Queen of Wands and the Nine of Swords. I love it. Okay, you have a leg up because you're going to be guided directly into what to do and how to do it. You're going to be given the ideas, the thoughts, the plans, the patterns. You're going to be enlightened to that, especially in maybe the nighttime, the moon hours, or the wee hours of the morning. You are in meditation, but you're going to be receiving the keys to success. Okay. Okay. All right, we have the Queen of Wands, the Nine of Swords to the Page of Wands. This is going to a leg up. So for those, okay, oh, okay. If you've watched me a couple of times and you've seen the Nine of Swords come out, this card usually does talk about anxiety and feelings of worry, but I really don't feel this particular Nine of Swords that way all the time. This card here, again, feels like organization. It feels like, yeah, there's going to be late nights, but you're getting your thoughts organized. This isn't just I'm up at night stressed out just for the sake of being stressed out. No, this is you taking advice from your intuition, from this wisdom, from this wise old owl, and getting your thoughts in order so that you know exactly what to do to move forward, right? I feel like you've been given the keys to success. This is getting the ideas and the plans on how to move forward. See here, you've broken free. You're going through clarity. These are situations and so forth. But remember, we saw this Ace of Swords. So we saw that too. We saw the Ace of Wands come out. We see the Ace of Swords and the Ace of Wands coming out with victory and the Wheel of Fortune, right? This is you. This portion here is how your emotions are feeling when it comes to career and your life and moving forward. This here is how you feel when it comes to the love parts of your life, and this here is how you're going to proceed forward with this leg up. This is your help. This is the help that you're receiving from friends, from people you don't know, from strangers, from your guides. This is that help. You are you are getting the keys. Remember, I told you there's a lot of air energy. There's a lot of upgrading in thoughts, beliefs, thinking. It's just a lot of new perception. That's what I think I was trying to say earlier. Your perception has shifted, or the way your perception has shifted in the way you think and see things. Okay, the Three of Wands to the world. Okay, you're waiting. I think you've already cast out your line. You already sent your ships out. And if you just did it, that's okay. Send them out. Watch them go and continue to work and function and find balance in the world until you can get those ships back in. The majority of you, though, I feel like you've already did the work and you sent the ships out. And now right here, they're going to come in. And when they come in, boy, oh boy, are you going to be sitting pretty. You're going to be, again, here's that Empress energy. You're going to have that balance, right? You're going to have that balance of how to handle things, how to move forward, how to see things from a higher perspective, how to navigate through a lot of the things. Now, I do see the Ace of Wands and the Devil card coming. Again, I told you there's I feel, I don't know if I say again, but there's a lot of air, fire energy that's floating around lately. With this Ace of Wands and this Devil energy along with the Empress, let me get one more card. I'm going to say something as a side note. For those of you, because this Devil is coming out with this Lovers too, this could be a partnership that's also coming in, because remember, you're closing out thinking that love is a hard thing that beats you down. You're closing that out. You no longer are thinking about that. You're not worried about who stole your time. You're worrying about what did you learn while they were there. Okay, so look at that. Don't worry about what they stole from you. What did you learn while they were there? Okay, pay attention to that. Okay. For those of you with this being a relationship that is coming in, woo, is it? Here's the Five of Pentacles, and it's coming out of the. I always say this is the coming out of the cold card, but this is feels like a return type of energy. Somebody wants to come back in. It feels like an energy of wanting to return and getting back to. This is a very passionate, solid, fiery type of relationship. This is something that I could understand why in this never-ending story energy that you say, I can't. It throws me off my game. It confuses me. I can't be bothered with love. This is, yep, see the Five of Pentacles with the Nine of Wands underneath. This feels like someone that may want to come back in for you as well, okay? But with the Five of Pentacles, this is you no longer having to worry about things. You're going to have some blessings that come in. You know how to now ask for help instead of standing outside in the cold, being hungry, thirsty, and unwise. You're now going inside of this church and saying, hey, does anybody in here know how to do X, Y, and Z? You know, you're asking for what you want. You're being that Queen of Swords energy. You're speaking up for what you need. And then Queen of Wands coming, you're taking the action to get it done. I think I was talking about the Queen of Wands and the Queen of Swords energy, but I'm putting the Queen of Wands, or excuse me, the Queen of Swords with the Queen of Pentacles, and the Queen of Wands is just kind of her own little she's just fire. She's just fire. She's a smart fire, but she's definitely fire. I feel like I'm glad that the Empress is here, though, because I feel like right now you've cycled through all of the energies of how to navigate yourself and others in the world, or people that you're dealing with. Let me go ahead and get a card of advice, and then we're going to go ahead and get out of here and close this out. Okay. Uh-oh. Do we want these? Okay. We're going to get one from here and one from the other deck for the angels, gods, and goddesses. Okay. All right, a word of advice, please. Word of advice. This is really good energy. The Knight of Raphael comes out and says, committed romantic relationships, being swept off your feet, situations or topics that make your heart flutter. Okay, the Knight of Raphael is romantic, dramatic, poetic, and introspective. Okay, I feel like this could be a little bit of like the Knight of Pentacles, as well as the Knight of Cups. But I feel like this is you taking the action to build yourself up to get to the place that you want. You do want romance. You do want prosperity. You do want truth. You do want all of those things. You just want a happy life like anybody else, right? You want to be successful. You want to be loved. You want to feel good about yourself. All of those things. And you can. I feel like that you're going to get that. When this committed romantic relationships comes in, I don't think that this is just love. This is things that you do love. So this is like going to work because you love your job. This is like going to do stuff that you love to do. Not just a person that you love to do, but actually as a whole, a lot of things that you enjoy doing. And you're moving forward and you're taking your time to get to know those things more, and you're going out and doing them a lot more. You're doing what makes you feel good, right? You're going after what makes you happy and complete. Okay, and one more, please. Give me another card. There we go. Achievement. Keep focused on your dream. Card number 17, which is the 8 infinity symbol. Keep focused on what it is that you're striving towards. You are opening up and blossoming into a beautiful person. There are tons of things that are going to be coming into your life. There's a lot of wheels in motion. A lot of energy, perception, thoughts, downloads, gifts that are coming in. You are really being insightful. There's just tons of information I feel like that is going to be passing through you. Pay attention, begin to journal, write it down, make videos, video notes, however you want to do it, but be mindful because you're getting a lot of information that's going to be valuable in the long run. That's all I have for you today. All right, we'll talk again soon.